What's good? It's Purge. First of all, if you've noticed a change in scenery, it's because I'm back at school and I'm in my room there. So, I know it looks kind of empty. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna hang some posters up just to decorate a little bit. Right now, I'm going to do the third part of something that I did over the summer, and that is go over the nominations for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program, and this time I can announce the winner. Before I do that, I need to point out two things. First of all, I have to once again state that I do not care if something has won an Emmy. My opinion on it will not change based on that. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. My opinion does not change at all based on the fact that it has won an Emmy. So that's one thing. The other thing to note is that this specific category, the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program, is a creative art category. And the creative art category takes place, it has a different ceremony than the regular Emmys. As of the time I'm filming this, the regular Emmy ceremony has not happened yet. It's going to happen this coming Monday. Whereas the creative art ceremony was actually a week from today, the day I'm filming this. So we got to see who won in the categories that were considered a creative art. I did not see this ceremony. I was actually off visiting my friends, so I was really busy, and even if I wasn't, I probably wasn't going to watch the ceremony at all, and I'm probably not going to watch the main Emmy ceremony either, because not only do the Emmys not really matter in terms of quality at all, but, you know, nothing interesting even happens at the ceremonies.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow! Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
With a few exceptions. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is go over the nominees in this category. I'm gonna pull it up here, just so I remember the names of each of them. Each of the episodes. I know which shows were nominated. I just need to remember which episodes. So the nominees for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program were Arcane, When These Walls Come Tumbling Down, Bob's Burgers, Some Like It Bot, Part 1 and only Part 1 for some reason, Rick and Morty, Mort Dinner, Rick Andre, The Simpsons, Pixelated and Afraid, and What If with What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands. So when I first talked about these nominees, I gave two predictions as to what I thought was going to win. The first one was Rick and Morty, because every year that it's been nominated, it won. It won both in 2018 with Pickle Rick and in 2020 with the Vat of Acid episode. So I thought maybe they would get a three-peat. The people would just vote for them again. And Rick and Morty's just been trending like crazy. That's the other thing. And the other thing that I thought was gonna win was What If Doctor Strange Lost His Heart Instead of His Hands, which was personally my favorite, but that's not why I thought it was gonna win. I thought it would win because it was associated with Disney and it's Marvel, and there's definitely some Disney bias with these award shows. So I thought that they would just see that and pick it. So yeah, that's the thing. I can't tell what is going to win just based on objective quality, because I've seen some really good things get snubbed and I've seen some really bad things win. So I was mostly just going off of trends when I made those predictions. But The actual winner of this category was none other than Arcane, When These Walls Come Tumbling Down. Needless to say, I completely missed the ball with this one. It's worth noting that this is the first time where a Netflix show or any streaming show has won in this category. So that's great. Should have been BoJack, but you know, what you gonna do? And was this one deserving of the Emmy? So here's the thing. Objectively, I thought that it was the most artistically different. I thought that the animation was different. It was animated like a video game. I thought that was cool, even if it was a little uncanny. The character designs were really good. The background art I thought was amazing, and like it just looked really good. So on a technical level, I could say yes, it probably was deserving of the Emmy. But personally, it was the one that I enjoyed the least, except maybe Bob's Burgers. I'm not sure, but here's the thing. I'm assuming this is a very serialized show, and this was the only episode that I had seen, so I didn't know a whole lot about this show. What the fuck? So you're probably wondering, why did I only watch this one episode? Well, there's two reasons for this. First of all, I plan to do this like analyzing of the Emmy nominations well before I even knew what was going to be nominated. Like, as you saw in the first part, I was scrolling through all of the things that were submitted to be nominated, and I would talk about whichever ones were actually nominated. So if Arcane was not nominated, I wouldn't have even watched it. I watched Arcane because it was nominated, and they submitted this specific episode. If they submitted episode 1, I would have watched it from episode 1. But I only watched episode 6 because that's the one that they submitted. I wasn't like casually like watching the show. Like, I didn't just decide, oh, I'm gonna watch Arcane, but you know what, I'm gonna start with episode 6. No, that's not what I did. I watched this specific episode for this specific reason. And yeah. And the other reason why I only watched that one episode is because most likely the Emmy people only watched this one episode. Because here's the thing. You're not submitting the whole show or the whole season when you're submitting for this category. If you are, you're going to specifically be doing so like Over the Garden Wall did in 2015. No, in this category, you're only nominating one episode, and therefore, the people at the Emmys would only watch that one episode. All the information they would get from the show are from what they have seen, and it's possible that they haven't seen anything else. Now, it's also possible that they've seen everything that came before it. It's right now there are only 9 episodes out. But so it's not too hard to get through it, but it's very possible that they didn't see anything else before it because they don't have to. Episode 6, When These Walls Were Tumbling Down, was the one that they went for. Was the one that they submitted, and therefore that's one they have to watch. And see, the thing is with these specific this specific category is that it works best when the show is episodic. You can watch one episode and that's it. Like, you're not going to be too lost on what is going on. So for Simpsons and Bob's Burgers, it's like, yeah, you're not going to be missing out on information. Know a little bit about the show. That's all you need. it's a little bit harder for a serialized show like Arcane to submit just one episode, because then you're like, well, which episode do we even pick? This is all one big story, so you can't just take one. Like, you're gonna be lost on information unless we pick episode one. That reminds me of in 2020, the BoJack episode, The View from Halfway Down, was nominated, and it's like really good. It's phenomenal. I love it. But the thing is that it's like right before the finale. It's the episode right before the finale, so it's towards the end of the show. Therefore, like the episode is full of a bunch of callbacks and symbols from things that happened well before it. And although I think the episode is easy enough to understand just up front, if you don't know a lot of these things that they do in that episode, you're not gonna really understand just how great the episode is. It's part of, you know, the overall product. Which is probably why the Vat of Acid episode from Rick and Morty was the one that won that year. And it was a really good episode. I really liked the Vat of Acid episode. I've talked about it in one of my scripted videos. So I'm not that mad that BoJack didn't win that year, but it should have. But without knowing a whole lot about BoJack, you might not understand the significance of a lot of the things that they did. Was I wrong about Arcane? Probably. I've had a lot of people tell me that this show is really good, and from just by how it looks, it does look really, really great. So I will give Arcane a chance. I will watch the show. I can't tell you exactly when I'm going to do it, but I will do it. I want to give a better perspective on the show so I can really decide how I feel about it. And my first impression with episode 6 might not have been a really fair one. So yeah, I will get to Arcane at some point. But I just need to point out that just because it won an Emmy doesn't automatically make it good. It probably is, but it's not because it won the Emmy. Because who knows why they picked it. If it was for perfectly valid reasons, that's great. But I'll have to see. But from what it looks like, this show has a lot of potential. So yeah. Tune in to the Emmy ceremony on Monday. Or don't. Doesn't matter. I'll catch you.